We're going to chop my nails super short and we're going to try Light Elegance Jimmy Gel. What's up, nail crew? It's Nicole, your fellow nail obsessed DIYer. I'm going to tell you all about why I had to chop my nails super short. I'm going to talk to you about the Jimmy Gel and what's been going on, where I've been, why I've been a bit quiet. So first, we're chopping off all my length. I have been having some issues with medication. Some medicines that I've been using were not working, and it took a long time for doctors to figure out what was going on. So I had a feeling that I wasn't going to be able to do my nails for a while because I just started feeling worse and worse. So I cut them all super short. I decided to try the Light Elegance Jimmy Gel. You guys have been asking me to try it. At the time now that I'm doing the voiceover a couple weeks later, after I cut all my nails off a few weeks ago, I am starting to feel better. So thank you everybody who's been, checking on me and asking me how I've been feeling. First, I have to say that those nail trimmers that I use to cut down my length have been the only pair that I haven't managed to break. I have broken so many pairs of nail trimmers. If you know me and you watch my videos, you know I can pretty much break anything, but those I have managed not to break. So I love busting them out when my nails are long and I decide to cut them short because I'm like, yes, I know I'm not going to break these. Once I finished cutting my nails and doing a little bit of filing, then I went in and I hand filed down some of my old builder gel just because I knew that I wanted to give the Jimmy Gel like the best possible chance of working. I really wanted to give it a true test of how it works on my nails. Now, I will say I did have lifting, but I actually knew I was going to have lifting regardless of what product I was using. So anytime I have something going on with my health, I often can get lifting, or if I'm super stressed out. The last time that I had lifting on my nails was, I believe it was last fall. I was really stressed out and had some lifting, or maybe it was last summer. I had a feeling that no matter what I was going to use, my nails were going to lift. I've since done a fill with my normal builder gel that never lifts, and that lifted a little bit too. So I know part of it is like my coming back from these health struggles I had. The Jimmy Gel lasted about 2 weeks on me without lifting. So I was super impressed that even with all my health issues that were going on, that it lasted that long without any lifting. And I'm going through here making sure that I have my cuticles cleaned up, all my nail prep is done before I start to do my builder gel application with the Jimmy Gel. Now, I wanted to do 2 ways of the Jimmy Gel. So when you see me do builder gel normally, I just do Dehydrator, then 2 layers of primer, and then I go right in with my builder gel. But I know in the videos I've seen for Jimmy Gel that they talk about using their primers. So I made sure that I got the Power Bond, and it acts as a primer and it acts as a base gel layer underneath your Jimmy Gel builder gel. So I still did my normal Dehydrator on all 5 nails, and then I did my primer, the air dry one, like I normally do. And then I went in with the Jimmy Gel Power Bond. So the Power Bond is like this combination primer base gel that you have to cure under the lamp. And I applied it very thinly, and on the places that I needed to get real close to my cuticles, I used my thin nail art brush like I do for the builder gel. And I made sure that I did a flash cure of each nail for 5 seconds before moving to the next one. I just wanted to make sure that the Power Bond did not move at all since it's a gel product. So every single time I did that flash cure for 5 seconds before I moved to my next nail. Anytime I'm using gels, I like to do that. I like to flash cure for 5 seconds just because I don't want any of the gel to move around after I work so hard to nicely place it, even when it's just colored gel. I am very particular about that. On my right hand, I'm going to do the Jimmy Gel a little bit differently. I didn't use the Power Bond underneath it. I just did my normal method of applying 2 layers of the primer. Just my regular primer I like to use from OG Dip Powder. And I'm going to tell you guys at the end what the differences were. And of how my nails lasted and what I saw. Okay, so my thoughts first of all, I have to say I was a little rusty on applying builder gel to short nails. My nails have been long for a while. I got kind of used to it. So when I was doing the builder gel on the short nails and they're square, besides being short, I felt like I had to like readjust and remember, okay, this is how you do builder gel on short nails. Whenever I'm doing builder gel, I like to do a really thin slip layer on the entire nail before I go in with a bead of builder gel back towards the cuticle, not all the way back, and then I float that bead down. So I did this with the Jimmy Gel too. I absolutely love the Jimmy Gel. It was really easy to work with. It was very easy to maneuver on my nails. It wasn't runny, it wasn't too thick, and it wasn't too thin. It was a fantastic consistency. That was something I was really happy about. I am very, very picky when it comes to what kind of gels I put on my nails. So I knew that it being Light Elegance, that the quality was going to be great, and it definitely was. The color, this ideal pink, was really beautiful with my skin tone. I am Italian. I am mostly Italian. I have a pretty olive skin tone. I like to say I'm like extra virgin olive oil skin tone. I tan really easily, so I can wear any color with my skin tone. I have to admit that. I know everyone doesn't like to wear all the different colors. They feel like it doesn't fit with their skin tones. So this one, I will say, to me, it looks like it would be nice on a lot of different skin colors. They had some other options on their website for different colors for the Jimmy Gel, but being someone who loves pink, this was the one that I gravitated towards, so I knew I wanted to pick that one. Once I finished going through and doing all of the builder gel on my left hand, I did a full cure. And then I sprayed it with isopropyl alcohol once they were done curing and wiped off all the tackiness. So I like to wear my builder gel buffed really smooth. I do peel base over my builder gel, and then I do dip mayonnaise for the most part. And I knew that to do like a true test of how this Light Elegance Jimmy Gel would last on me, I wanted to wear it like I normally would. Now we're going to get into my right hand, and I'm going to show you how I do my right hand, which is the same way I do my hands normally, or I do my nails normally with builder gel. I go in with Dehydrator thumb to pinky, and then I go in with primer thumb to pinky on one layer, and then I go back in thumb to pinky with a second layer of primer. I was curious to see how the Jimmy Gel would work with this. I know that theirs is formulated a bit differently, so I wasn't sure how it was going to work doing my normal way. This is how I've always done builder gel with pretty much, this is how I've done it for a long time with all the different brands that I've tried. And it's worked, so I was really curious to see if it would still work with the Jimmy Gel. I did my application the same way on my right hand. I applied my slip layer, and then I did the bead of builder gel, floating the builder gel down my nail. And I kind of forgot like how much harder it is to do builder gel on short nails. In some ways it's harder, some ways it's easier. I didn't have to worry about my apex quite as much because my nails were so short. But I kept getting the gel on my skin, which I'm not used to doing because my nails are long, and I haven't really gotten the gel on my skin as much as I was with doing the builder gel on my right hand. So luckily I always keep my isopropyl alcohol out and a cleanup tool to make sure that I wipe off any gel immediately from my skin. Even with the really high quality Hema free gel, like this Jimmy Gel that I'm using from Light Elegance, you still have a risk of getting a gel allergy. So why I only use Hema free gels and really high quality Hema free gels too, is that I want to keep my risk for allergies as low as I possibly can. And there are different things you can do to mitigate that, to keep your risk lower. So using really high quality Hema free products is one. Knowing what ingredients are in your gels, keeping the gel polish off your skin. If you get it on your skin, you immediately wipe it off like I was doing. So those are all things that I like to do and be really careful of. That's why you don't see me testing all kinds of gel brands on my nails. I am very particular about what I use now. I used to use a lot more gel brands. Then my hands started feeling really warm when I'd use gels with Hema, and I thought, you know what, this is my sign that like I really should stop and be super picky about what gels go on my nails. I definitely, with my right hand, was a little bit, or with my left hand, doing the builder gel on my right hand was a bit sloppier. I noticed that like my fingers just kind of forgot how to do my nails really short like this. And on top of that, back when I was doing my nails like this, it was when I was pretty sick, and I'd actually get sicker. So just a little backstory of what actually happened is I am on medication for my anxiety. I used to take Lexapro, but it made me gain 50 pounds over the course of a year and a half. So I tried to go on one medicine and it went really, another medicine, and it went really badly in my body. I kept passing out. I lasted 3 days on that. And then I went back on Lexapro for a while. And then I thought, okay, I want to try something else to see if I could, like lose weight, because I was not losing any weight on the Lexapro, but my mental state was great. So I tried going on Prozac and it did not go well with my body. It went horribly. And I was in and out of the ER for about 2 months, and none of the doctors there really believed me. I had to fight really hard to try to convince someone that the Prozac was not right for my body. And then when I went up in dosage, when the doctors thought that could, help me with what everybody was telling me was my anxiety, my body just basically like went into, meltdown mode. So I ended up getting this thing called serotonin syndrome, which is when you have too much of the serotonin in your body. Luckily, I fought really hard and advocated for myself and insisted on going off that, dropping down. What can happen is if your serotonin syndrome gets really bad, you can have seizures and die. So advocate for yourself, fight for yourself. You know your body. When you know something is wrong, something's not working. Like I knew I should not have been in and out of the ER every couple days for like 2 months. I knew something was wrong. So anyways, that's why I've been gone for a while. That's why I had to take some time off. I actually haven't done my nails in 3 weeks. And by the time that I'm actually going to dip them, it'll probably be close to 4 weeks. So once I finished applying all of my builder gel, all the Jimmy gel on my right hand, I went in and did my full cure. I don't want anything to be undercured. And I will say I noticed when I was filing and shaping on my right hand that the Jimmy gel felt harder without the power bond underneath it, which was super interesting to me. Like why it filed harder, why I don't understand why it didn't feel quite as hard on my left hand. I don't even have an answer for that. My right hand definitely, like as I was filing, it just overall felt like a normal builder gel hardness to me. Whereas on my left hand with the power bond gel base under it, it just didn't feel quite as hard. Okay, but here's the kicker. Which one do you think lasted longer on my nails? Which hand, the left or the right? The answer to that is the left hand. So using the power bond underneath the Jimmy gel made a huge difference. I noticed on my right hand that I started to get lifting within about 4 days, I want to say it was. Like I had a little bit of lifting that I just had to file off. Whereas on my left hand, it took a lot longer for it to lift. It was like over 2 weeks. And I actually attribute that to my health concerns. So overall, I would highly recommend the Jimmy gel. And now come check out the next video where we talk about builder gel in a bottle versus builder gel in a jar. Thanks for joining me today, Nail Crew.